Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's Saturday. That means it's BOLO Day. What's
Yep.
sold on eBay Day, our favorite day. What we try to do, if you're new to the channel, is every Saturday go through a bunch of things that sold with a little bit of a backstory on them about why they sold, what made them interesting, make you chuckle a little bit, but also give you some food for thought when you're out there buying today. Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
All right. Well, I don't know if you know what season it is, but, it's April, and it is fishing
Rabbit season, duck season.
Well, it's fishing season.
Okay.
We're hunting for trout, and obviously...
Yeah, I see what you did there.
The hottest baseball player, well, he was until he got hurt, and then he rebounded, and he's still one of the best ever, Mike Trout. His rookie's in a set of 2011 Bowman Chrome, and it sold for $661.
Now, that's just a base set, right?
Correct, yes. And that price is down from COVID, times. It was around $1,000 then.
Oh,
still,
my goodness gracious.
Still a strong set. I had a discount on it, but still I'm happy with the $660.
And why don't you tell everybody out there what you did right there in your picture?
I don't know what I did. Or my employee. It looks faded.
Well, no, not that. You actually pictured the star card.
We did picture the star card, but if
Yeah.
you look at it, doesn't it look like hazy or something?
Yeah, I think that's the computer we're using.
Oh, all right. Well, so
But-
donate some money so we can get a better computer, please. Obviously, I was unaware of this issue.
There you go.
All right. Well, it's still fishing season, and Mike Trout is on fire. This is the Bowman Chrome Draft PSA 8. It's a PSA 8, and it's still worth $500.
Wait, now was that card in that other set?
This was the Chrome one, right? The other one was it Bowman Chrome or BOLO? Let's go back. Oh, it is Bowman Chrome, so there we go.
So that card is in that set.
Correct.
Just ungraded.
Right.
So somebody could buy that set for that price, get it graded. Now, obviously, you have to wait for the long turnaround time and all that expense.
Sure.
But they could end up getting that card out of it in a 9, potentially.
And most likely, to get lower than an 8, you'd have to see some heavy weight around the border. So you're probably going to get an 8 or better. I would assume so. That card looked pretty strong in that set.
Okay, so it was a good deal for the person selling it, but
Yep.
you still made money on it, so that's the important thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
All right. It's baseball season.
Oh,
Here's a baseball.
I thought it was fish season. I'm so confused.
Lefty O'Doul. He's a Yankee from way back, from Papergoy era. Autographed. It's a tough signature. He's not a Hall of Famer. And, the story behind this one was I didn't pay much for it. It was in a big estate sale find. It says it sold for $544, but that is a lie.
How about we say it's inaccurate?
It's inaccurate. The person interested wanted me to send them an offer on it and see what they would accept. And, I was talking to Papergoy at the time. I must have been distracted. My mind was thinking 500, and my fingers were thinking 200.
Oh.
So I made the boo-boo. I sent it for 200, and obviously this gentleman bought it. Rightly so. Good for him. And I just couldn't... I just didn't want to mess with it and change it and cancel it. I go, good for him. It was my mistake. I made some money. I'm happy with 200. Let's move on.
And you may have a customer for life.
Sure.
At this point, too. He's like, wow, that's a really, really good deal.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. Sure. And this item I made some money on, Batman 1989 VHS, sealed, IGS graded 8 and 7.5 box. I sent this in with that big VHS find that I had, and again, I probably paid $1 or $2 for the movie. It cost $65 to grade it, and I think I took an offer of $399 or $400. So that made up for my Lefty O'Doul boo-boo.
That's really cool. Now, I do have a quick question.
I kept a higher graded one for my collection.
Batman?
Yep, yes.
Very good. Okay.
I kept one of each. Actually, I had one of each movie, the 3 of them with, and I kept one of each.
Very good.
And that was a lower grade. Moving on. It is, it's basketball season still, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. So this is a 2019 Leaf in the game. You got 6 jersey pieces of all these legends. Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley. I think David Robinson's on there. Is it Stockton number 12? Right? Not Malone.
I don't
Well, let
know.
me see. It's Stockton, yep. And then who else we got? And then looks like Isaiah Thomas, maybe?
Probably.
Anyways, 6 legends.
Or
Hall
the
of
train.
Exactly. 6 legends, Hall of Famers. Only 4 of these made. I sent it out to get graded. It's a 9. Sadly, it's like a $400 card. You would think it'd be thousands, but the jerseys obviously aren't. They don't bring as much money as the signed cards, but still, very cool part of history.
Wow. Yeah, that's neat. And you sent that out yourself?
I did send it out myself. Yeah.
Wow.
There was a bunch of cards that were like $500 cards. I said for $100, let's get it graded. They weren't selling ungraded raw, so we took a chance and we made a few bucks. It's worth it. And lastly, it is not football season, but that is right around the corner. Trust me. This card I bought, I'm going to tell you, I broke even on this card. I bought it during COVID when it was $1,000 card.
Oh.
Then it went down to 800, 700. And I had people making me these low offers for a whole year, 200, 300. And there was not really any comps. There's only 5 of this card. So it's a dual jersey signed.
And isn't that a better jersey when it's got something like that on it?
Yeah, multi-colors or patches or labels or tags, anything like that. So a similar one sold for $1,000 during COVID. I think I bought it around then for about $400. I sold it for $400. But I was sick of the whole year. Every day I get offers on this card. It was 203. It was just insulting to me. So this one guy reached out, and he could have been full of it. I'm a big fan. I've always wanted this card. My kid loves this card. So, I said, hey, why not give it to a guy that really wants it, whether it's true or not. I bid on the 400. I moved on. Now no one has to bother me offering anymore.
Well, the other side of that too, though, is you now have $400 to reinvest into other things, and you lick your wounds, you move on.
Right, exactly.
So wow. Yeah. First item that I have up over here, of course, because it's tennis season, is Arthur Ashe Competition 2-head tennis racket, lot of 2, strung with covers, 1979. Do you know what I know about tennis rackets?
Probably
nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Except I know that I would not sell them now. I sold this pre the increase of the rates, so I was able to get it out without any extra charges. Thank goodness they literally bought it on the Thursday before the rates changed that Sunday. I rushed to a Mr. Magazine store on Friday to get it into the mail stream on time.
So was the rule when it was shipped or when it got there?
It was. It was when it was shipped. Okay. So it would have been in the mail stream if I had waited till Saturday, even on Monday, but the label would have been bought on time.
If the rules from when it got there, you could have been screwed.
Yes. Yeah.
That would have been very bitter.
I rushed over to get it. I paid $2. I paid $1 per racket. Nice. I knew that was a good deal. I said, what a racket! And
anytime you're paying $2 for head is a hell of a deal. I mean, there's other brands. There's other brands, but head's a good brand.
It actually is. It is one brand that I've heard of. It does have Arthur Ashe.
Yep.
Next item we have over here are moving along. Cat and Dog Snapshot Photo Album of 32 50s kittens and puppies. Woohoo!
And bears, oh my.
But I did a whole bunch of pictures of the snapshots inside of there.
Someone had a lot of time on their hands.
32 of them for $28. Somebody or other made me an offer of like $10 like an hour after it got listed. And I'm like, I'm not sending it off for $10 with free shipping. I ended up selling with the bid for the $28 that I was asking on it. I know a couple of our subscribers do a lot of things with snapshots. So if you could comment down below on whether I did well or didn't do well on this. I mean, I put it out for the open market, so that's what the market said it was worth. But just kind of wondering if you would have priced it higher to start with, or if I did well getting $28 out of that with free shipping. Just would like to know on how I did on that. The next item we have over here.
Right up here.
Yep. From how to cook rice to simmered dishes, Japanese language cookbook. I got the $20 on it. It did sell for my full asking price. It does have free shipping, but it can go out media mail. But this just goes to show that you definitely, thanks to, and if you haven't seen the video we have up, definitely do search it out. It tells you how to use the Google Translate on your phone. Without that, I mean, I would have been able to tell it was a cookbook. I would not have known what the title was. I wouldn't have known anything else about it. To be able to get $20 out of something or other like this, where people pass this by all day long because they don't want to deal with it. It's a nice little niche that I found, and you can find that niche as well if you're willing to do so. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, but again, you get $20 for a book that nobody else wanted. Can't argue with that. Well, one other person wanted it, and they wanted to pay me $20 for it, thank goodness. Next item we have over here is Delta Kappa Epsilon Grand March Sheet Music, Alfred H. Peace.
Wow, that's oldie.
1861. Yeah,
Civil War times, huh?
Very, very early piece of sheet music. I picked it up in a box lot. I believe I took a $45 offer on it. More than happy to get that out of it. It had been up for a little while at the $88. I think I took $45 on it, because the way I look at it is I don't generally, how do I want to put this? I don't generally buy sheet music specifically for a given piece. I tend to buy it in lots, like a big lot of it. So I know that I probably paid $10 for the entire box that this came in for a whole box of sheet music.
Yeah.
So to get $40 out of it, hey, I made my money in the entire box, and I've got all this stuff left over. So you can't argue with something or other like that. Next item we have over here I thought was kind of interesting. First Church of Christ Scientist, Olean, New York, Sue Harper Mims, 1908 lecture invite. I did a little bit of research on it, and Sue Harper Mims was actually pretty big. Long story short, she had a lot of illnesses that the doctor couldn't solve. She met, what was her name, Mary Baker Eddy, who is the founder of that part, was it the Church of Scientists?
Okay.
You know the one I'm talking about, because I can't say it right now. But she met her, started praying, got better, became a really big person in the First Church of Christ. She went around and gave lectures. Well, this was literally just a thing announcing she was going to give a lecture, and I got $48 out of it at bid.
Nice.
And it was just something other that was thrown in a box lot of other stuff. But definitely, if you do see that name, I believe it's Mary Baker Eddy, do purchase her items. They definitely do sell, no doubt at all about that. So that's a little insider BOLO for you. And the last item we have here, I want you to do not read the title. Just take a look at the picture, and I want you to tell me what you notice about the picture. What's the lady got in her hand?
Shoes?
And?
A coat?
A cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
Fireman escorting woman with cigarette from a house fire. So even though her house is burning down, she can't help but have one last cigarette on her way out the door. Great photo. $20 I got out of it.
Did you list this under Tobacciana?
I should have. No. Got $20 out of it. I thought it was worth more than that, but it sat for 2 years, so happy to move it on out. A really neat little picture, though, and I did the old scanning as well. I tell you, I did. That's the far out picture, and then that's the close up picture. But I think definitely seeing it up close definitely helps, and it's got a little markings on the back as well.
David Snyder.
So there you are. So nice little item over there. I got a kick out of it with the cigarette in the hand. So hopefully this has helped you a little bit. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun. We all know what season it is. It's hit the like button season. So do hit the like button, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.